After your gracious speech, everybody sort of thought and even talked about a post-racial era. What has happened?
I think we were probably too optimistic. I think that old prejudices die hard, especially in hard economic times when some of the competitions are more exacerbated. And I think the good news is when you look at the military, when you look at the fact we have a president who is the first African-American president in history, and we have made significant progress. But I think that recent events have obviously highlighted the differences that remain. What I got out of the president's statement, which I thought was very impressive, is that we need to have more conversation in America. I, as an elected official, I need to talk more to my Hispanic organizations in my state. I need to talk to more African-American organizations. I need Americans to talk to their friends and neighbors, not just those in their block or in their circle of friends.
Do you feel like we always say stuff like that, and then it dies down and we don't do it?
I think we continue to make progress, but there are events like this that highlight and emphasize the fact that we still have a long way to go. We cannot be complacent in our society when we still have a dramatic disparity between black youth unemployment and non-black youth unemployment. When we have these still contradictions in our society, when we see the city of Detroit now in largest bankruptcy in history, it's a wasteland. Basically, the city of Detroit is. What's the majority population in the city of Detroit? And that is who suffers the most now in Detroit. Obviously, we know the answer to that. So do we have to continue and emphasize affirmative action programs? Yes, without quotas. Do we have to do a lot of things in America? If you can salvage anything about this national debate isn't the word, national clash of ideas, then of thoughts about this Trayvon Martin case, it is that we've still got a long way to go. And I think the president very appropriately highlighted a lot of that yesterday, as only a president of the United States can.
Did you think that Trayvon Martin got justice?
I trust the judgment of a jury, of his peers, of individuals. I can't second guess. No one that I know of has said that this case was flawed, that it was corrupt, that there was anything wrong with the system of justice.
But you understand how it could be seen, as the president talked about, through a prism of the history of injustice in the system.
Absolutely, I can see that. I can also see that stand your ground law may be something that needs to be reviewed by the Florida legislature or any other legislature that has passed such legislation. Obviously, a lot of things need to come up for review, but to somehow condemn the verdict of the jury, you would have to show me where the jury was corrupted in any way.
Do you think that the stand your ground law in Arizona is worth looking at again?
I think that yes, I do, and I'm confident that the members of the Arizona legislature will, and because it is a very controversial legislation.
Senator Cruz has said that he thinks this talk about changing stand your ground legislation is just the Obama administration's way to get at gun control. What's your reaction?
I don't draw that conclusion.
You think
I just don't draw that conclusion.